What's going on, Trader Gang? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So this is day one of our 100K challenge on Tradeify, our reset. So we're going to be trading gold live this morning. So we got to set up the charts and all that. So let's get it. Hopefully we see some opportunities this morning. So market opens in about 3 minutes. Do a little mic test. There you go. You guys can hear me good. Throw some love in the chat. Say what's up, say where you're from. Yeah, let's mark up this chart really quick. So we're going to go on the daily. We're going to mark up the prior high and low. Prior day high. Prior day low. All right, so let me go on the 4 hour. That up. 4 hour demand. I think we can definitely tap into that 4 hour supply. So because we took liquidity, so we came all the way down here, filled this gap. I think we can continue to push up. So I don't know if we're going to continue to push down any further, but say if we do, I still have my markup here for this low and then this low right here. So we'll see. But at least we have that marked up. And then we'll look on the 30-minute. So 30 minutes still looks promising because we're making higher highs and higher lows. So each one is higher than the other. So this one was higher than this one. This one is higher than this one. And we had a pullback down to this area, which, it pulled back up. Might have a little retracement and then pulled right back up. I think we can actually tap into this 4 hour supply zone for sure. So, but, our strategy, we're going to wait for the 15-minute candle to close and wait for a breakout. So we'll also mark up the London high and low. I always like to mark that up also. We got London high, London low. All right. So it's always good to mark that up because you can kind of see what price did. So price did push up during Asian session. London session pushed up the same way. So we could see a continuation from there because we got to fill this area right here, fill this whole gap. So even if we don't make it all the way up to this previous day high, I think we'll definitely take out this area right here, this area of support and resistance. So we're just going to wait. So sit on the 15. So market's open already. So we just wait. So we already made a profit on Friday, I believe it was. So Thursday evening. That's what it was. Thursday evening, I profited $1,200 on this new account. So we kind of already have a leg up, which is good. So we're going to see if we can't, continue to push that profit toward that that $6,000 profit goal. I'm gonna do my little announcement on IG. Hey, what's going on, Trader Gang? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. This is day one of our 100K challenge of our reset. We reset our account, so we're starting fresh with a 100K account. I'm live right now, so if you guys want to trade with me live on YouTube, come tap in with me. So link is in my bio. You guys can come trade with me. All right, see y'all in there. All right. See what price is gonna do. I wonder if gold will push down to that previous day low and then bounce off of it if it does want to go lower. This price did get pretty close to filling this gap. So it pushed all the way down here and then basically refilled it. So just for it to continue to keep pushing down. So we'll see. So, but we have to look at the higher time frame. So because we have a 4-hour here. So with that 4-hour, so we did have a push up, and it could cause us to push further down. So we could tap into this weekly low as well. Because after that, we do have a low right here. Let's say, yeah, right here. We have a low right here, and then probably another low right here. So we'll see. But this 4-hour, it's a strong candle, but it could come down to like right here or right here and then go right back up. So you have to look at levels too. So because right here we're at 3,300, so this is a psychological level also. So it could tap back into that. But we could have just a little bit of a pullback right here and just continue up. So take out this high, this high, this high. So it could very well do that too. Because on the 1 hour, we're kind of consolidated. So even though we're kind of pushing up, so I mean, well, I guess no, it's not really consolidated because it is making higher highs and higher lows. So we just got to see if it's going to respect this area right here. Because if you got to look to the left sometimes, because we can see here where it's at a London low, that it's actually at an area of support right here. So it could bounce off of that and go up. So we always have to take a look at that. But right now, we're just focused on waiting for this 15-minute candle to close, and then we wait for the high and low and wait for price to break either one, and then we look for an entry. So, but right now, we're in this range. So we'll see what gold wants to do. S&P 500, we can take a look. Since we have a little bit of time, because I know we didn't mark that up. So prior day, and we made it all the way up here at 64.57, which is crazy. Prior day high. Prior day low. 4 hour. Mark that up. Our demand. Our supply. So I think price can definitely tap into here again and continue up. So that could be a definite possibility as well. Because I mean, we're definitely bullish right now. So definitely push up. Yeah, because even here, made a high, made a low, made a high, made a low, made a high, made a low. We're making another high. We can definitely tap into here again. So yeah. All right, we got 5 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. We shall see. I have a daily loss limit. I moved it to 750. So let me double check. I put it to 750. Yeah, I have a daily loss limit of 750. So that's good. We put some safety parameters in place. Yeah, I think we have a good shot of pushing to the upside. Let's see, we got any news Tuesday? We got Jolt's job openings at 7. So we got to watch out for that. So if you guys grab your news from anywhere, definitely go to Forex Factory. You guys can look at all the news for the week. So if you see here, 7 a.m., we have Jolt's job openings. So we got to watch out for that because that can shift the market on us, or it can move it enough to wherever our stop loss is, it can stop us out. So we just got to be mindful of that. All right, so we're at 33.15. So again, that's a psychological number that we want to look at. So, but you can see it looked like we were going to continue to push down, and then we had a pullback. So this is basically going to take out any sellers, take their stop loss out, and then it's going to push up. So say, for instance, if we do break above this candle, then I'm going to look for a potential buy, take a long position. So I'd say like right here. And then stops are going to be below. I'll do right at this London low. And then we want to target at least a 1 to 2. So I'll target this high. So that's what I want to look for. So I don't need the whole move. Like I don't need to like come all the way up here or here. So because I mean, luckily, I mean, we'll see if price will even make it all the way up here. So because I mean, who knows? I could even maybe put my stop right here, right below this candle. That'll give me at least a nice 1 to 2. So, but we'll see. So let's see how much we'll risk. So just in case it does break above here, we'll target this high. Stops will be below. So that'll give us a perfect 1 to 2 right there. I'm gonna want to double it. So six. So yeah, I'll risk 6 contracts to make 14.28 and risk 7.14. Yeah, see we're getting a nice rejection right here. That's what we want to see. So, but we usually want to see a break and retest. So 15-minute candle. So we have to wait for a breakout. Yeah, so I can come down to the 5-minute here. We came up to it, pulled back, but we got to break it first. Yeah. Again, I'm going to target this high right here. Because this could be the pullback right here. But we got to break it first. Going on, bro? I didn't even see you put a yeah. I didn't even see you put a link in. I was like, oh damn. Yeah, my bad, bro. Yeah, I'm live right now. I'm looking for buys, but I'm not in anything yet. I'm waiting for that breakout of the opening range. Nice. Yeah, I'm waiting for a breakout to the upside, which I think price can target the previous day high based on the higher time frame. We already filled that liquidity area, so I think price can continue to go up, but we'll see. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm letting it come to me. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, if it does breaks the opening range low, then I already have areas of interest. If it does validate sells, it'll definitely tap into 3,300, and if it surpasses that, it'll go to 3,290. We'll see. Yeah, Nasdaq's crazy. You got to give it some time. Nasdaq, I feel like you either get in right at 9:30 and let it go to wherever it's going to take you, and then get out. Either that, or you wait at least the first 20-30 minutes of market open, so you can find its direction. Yeah, we got Jolt's job openings. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it could go all the way down to 23,505. Yeah, it's got a nasty rejection wick on the 1 hour. Yeah. But I think it's gonna pull up though, because it's clearly bullish. So this is probably yeah, this is just a minor, like a little pullback, but it's gonna push back up. It's gonna take out those sellers. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a price to break out. That's crazy. I had a crazy rejection wick on gold on the 15 minute. That would have took out buyers. It would have stopped them out. Oh, I'm getting my phone in today. I got the new Fold 7. Yeah, I can't wait. I was debating whether to get the Fold or the Flip. To go more like micro, to go more smaller. But I was like, nah. I was like, I like my flip phone or my Fold. Yeah. Well, the reason I was going to get the Flip was because I don't really trade off my phone anymore, and that'll also keep me from trading on my phone. So, but I was like, no, I'm gonna stick with the Fold. Because like when I have downtime or whatever, I like watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. Oh, we're launching our today's our debut of our running our new software on all the bots. So in here, San Francisco, Foster City, we're running the new software. Yeah, it's a huge milestone for Zooks. So I'm doing overtime tomorrow for that, just for a couple hours. Yeah, we're gonna do some route testing. I think gold's ready to push up. Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, points. Did you? Nice. Yeah, still waiting on gold. So we got 2 minutes. Yeah, 15 seconds. Yeah, it came out negative. It's gonna push gold up. Yeah, gold's not really moving. There's no volume. Yeah, I think Nas is gonna respect that area of support and push up. Are you in a buyer? Yeah, hopefully it'll respect that area of support right there. It should have a nice pull up. Just waiting for gold to push up because we have a lot of rejection wicks on the 4 hour and 1 hour. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to break the opening range low. I don't want to get caught in a consolidation. Yeah, if we break this London low, then we'll definitely shoot for 3,300 again and 3,289. Yeah, Nas is tough. Stiff. We got 3,285. 3,269. It'd be crazy if it respects this London low and then just goes right back up. Psyching people out. Yeah, it's doing a it's doing a heavy pullback on the 1 hour and the 30 minute. Is it going down? Oh, it's yeah, it broke that support area. And yeah, in that case, it might push all the way to 23,504. or even 23,450. That was work yesterday. Nice. Yeah, gold made a tweezer bottom on the 30-minute. It's gonna push up. Yeah, gold's definitely gonna push up for sure. No, not yet. Waiting patiently for my entry. I mean, I was looking for buys, but I'm just waiting for whatever rejections, whatever area is going to break out, whether it breaks above the opening range high or the opening range low. Yeah, I'm just waiting. What do we think, chat? Are we looking for gold buys or what? I'm personally looking for buys. Got two nice rejection wicks at that London low, but then we're going to push up from there. A beautiful rejection wick right there. Yeah, I told you it's going to push to the upside. We're going to wait for that breakout, the opening range high, wait for a little pullback, and then look for our entry. Got it? All right. All right, chat. We're waiting for this opening range high to be taken out. Wait for a small pullback and then wait for our entry. Oh man, it's taking forever, chat. It's just ranging right now. Yeah, we need price to break above that opening range high. There you go. We should be able to do it. There you go. Yeah, I definitely know how you feel. It's taken a whole week of losses. Um, well, no, last week was like more break even, but the week before that was all losses the whole week. Yeah, yeah. As long as you limit your risk, that's all you can do. Because you can honestly make that loss back in one trade. Honestly, to make sure you have the right entry. And that's it. Yeah, I don't think there'll be any reversal on gold. There we go. We just tapped into the opening range high. We'll wait for a little pullback. Then we'll take our entry. I just follow my setup. I don't care how long it takes. No, I know. You wait for the opening range. You wait for the 15-minute candle to close, and you wait for it to break above or below that opening range high. It doesn't matter when it happens. That's just what you're waiting for. You're not waiting for it to do it at the 15-minute. The 15-minute doesn't matter. You're just waiting for the 15-minute to close. And whatever direction it does, you wait for that higher low to break, and you wait for the retest, and then you take your entry. So you're not waiting for the 15-minute, so to speak. You're waiting for it to close, yeah, so you can see what direction it's going to go and what side it's going to break out on. That makes sense. So there's no real time frame. It's just you're just waiting for it to break out either to the upside or the downside. Doesn't matter when it happens. You're just waiting for it. See, like right now, it broke above the opening range high. So now I'm going to wait for a slight pullback and then take my entry there. And I just shoot for a 1 to 2. That's it. Just taking base hits. See, like it's probably going to push up into this area of resistance and then pull back a little bit, and then that's where I'll take my entry. Yeah, it happens, bro. I'm waiting for price to pull back into that range, and then look for my entry. Bless you. All right, bro. All right, see you, bro. Thanks, man. Later. All right, chat. We're waiting for it to pull back into this range again and then continue up. We just got to wait for a pullback. So even if it doesn't pull back into this range, so say if we end up going all the way up here, then we have a pullback, then we'll wait for that pullback to take a position. But we have to have a pullback into this range again. Let's see if we're at an area of resistance right now. We have to have a pullback into this range for it to continue to go up. So it'll kind of do something like this. So it'll pull up, pull back down, pull back up. Might have a little bit of pullback here, pull back up. That's what we're looking for. So if it does pull back into here, then we'll put our stop loss probably right here, right below this candle right here. So say if it taps back into here, put our stops right below this candle. And we'll shoot for, shoot, we could even just do right here. It's a 1 to 2 right there. We don't even need the whole move. If we want to target more than that, we can target up here too. So 1 to 2 is all we need. I'm still waiting, chat. Gotta wait for a pullback into this range. That's great that we broke above, but we need to pull back first. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some coffee. All right, chat. I got my coffee. All right, looks like we're gonna go into this London high here. We'll just wait for a pullback. Just gotta wait. Wait patiently. Because typically what happens is usually we'll break above and then we'll have a small pullback and then continue to the upside. But it's just continuing to push up. So there's no pullback yet. Because usually this is an area of resistance where usually we'll kind of reject a little bit just to continue to go back up, which could very well happen right here. We'll tap into this London high, we'll have a pullback, and it'll continue to go up. So we're just waiting for that pullback. Yeah, I gotta blow my nose. Right. Yeah, we're just waiting, Just sip on our coffee, wait for that rejection. So it might even happen right here. Have a nice pullback into this range and then go up. Yeah, I think we can definitely tap into this area here, 33, 38, or even here, 33, 40. So this could be our little pullback here. This is the hardest part, guys, is just being patient and just watching it. That's what you have to do to get the best entry. So we don't get any opportunity at all, then we just don't trade. We don't want to force any trades. Has to line up with our setup. So we're tapping into London highs right now. See if it blows past it. There we go. We're getting a rejection off the London high, hopefully. We need to see a rejection candle right here. So we'll see how this 5-minute candle closes. So we tapped into a London high. So now we need a rejection. We need to push down to at least this area of support and area of resistance for it to continue to go back up. We're just patiently waiting, guys. Looks like we're getting a pullback, which is what we want. We're going to capitalize on that pullback. We'll wait for a pullback, and then we need a nice bullish candle for confirmation. Like I said, price has to tap into this area right here for us. So it's got to do something like this. Tap into here so that we can go higher. This price might not come all the way down back into this opening range, but at least it'll tap into the previous area of resistance and support. There you go. It's the little pullback that we want. See if it pulls back into this area that I lined up. We're still waiting for price to push down a little bit. So price is at 33.25 right now, which is a psychological level. There we go. We're getting our little push down. Pullback doesn't have to be major. You just have to see a little bit of a pullback and then a bullish candle. And then we'll put our stop loss at the low of that candle. And then we'll target our TP. So we would have to wait for price to break above this candle for confirmation. So like for instance, we take a long, wait for price to break above here. Stops would be below this low right here. And then we could actually target right up here. So this is the next level that it could possibly hit. That'll be a nice 1 to 4. We got to see if it's going to push down further. So if it breaks this, then of course it invalidates our trade. So we just gotta wait. So if I do like a 5, so invalidated. So that's okay. Remember, we're actually waiting for it to tap into this area here. So because if it does that, then we'll take a buy right here. Stops. Stop loss will be below right here. And then we can literally just stop right here. It'll literally be a 1 to 5. Literally just tap right back into this London high. It does do that. So that'd be a beautiful trade. So we don't even have to shoot for all the way up here. Just take right back into these London highs. So, but again, We have to wait for price to break above that candle. So because we did just tap into this area of resistance right here, which was support as well. So again, we just need to look for a bearish candle here, or bullish candle, excuse me. Then we can actually target here. So that's good. That's what we want right there. We need to break this high right here. So basically, we would take a long right here. Stop loss would be again at that low, and then we target right up here, 1 to 3. Yeah. So it'd be a little bit below that candle. So it'd be a 30 point stop loss. So that's what we want right there. So we're gonna do 5, 10, 15. We'll do 15. All right, that'll be a 1 to 3, or no, it's a 33.27.9. So it'll be a 1 to 2. Oh, there we go. We're just targeting this high right here. So that's what we wanted. We wanted to break above. So we really wanted to break this candle, but that's okay. We got in at the London high, and we may get a little bit of a pullback and then go up. So first trade of the week, guys. So again, we did 15. So this is going to be $570 risk. So I wanted to risk more than that, but that's okay. First trade of the week. So 806. I'll do 805. 15 contracts. The buy. Nice 1 to 2. All right, Trader Gang. So we are in a buy position right now. So we waited for, of course, the breakout of the opening range there. Of course, it kept going, so we waited for a rejection. We got our rejection, and then we actually took a position right at the London high there. So we're already $465 in profit. So we're risking 565, I believe. So waiting for it to hit TP. So we're in this buy position right now. So let's see how it plays out. All right, try it again. So we are in a position right now. So we did first the breakout of the opening range here. Of course, it kept going, so we waited for a rejection. We got our rejection, and then we actually took a position right with the London high there. So we're already earning $65 in profit. We're risking 565, I believe. So waiting for it to hit TP. So we're in this buy position right now. Let's see how it plays out. I'm gonna try it again. So we are in a buy position right now. So we waited, of course, the breakout of the opening range there. Of course, it kept going, so we waited for a rejection. We got our rejection, and then we actually took a All right, chat. We'll see how this plays out. So we have a huge rejection wick right here, which we can see price tapped into a previous area of support. So, which that's fine. You just have to let it play out. So we'll look on a higher time frame here. So we have a pullback here. It pulled into an area of really resistance, but we should be able to push up further. We're just letting it play out. We take our entry and then we just step back, just let it play out. It's 3327.6. My bad. Dang, so that's actually gonna be a 1-3 if it plays out right. So if this plays out, this would be a profit of 1,600. Not mad at that. There we go. We rejected off that London high, so we should continue to push up. So we're just gonna let price do what it does. Personally, think it will continue to push to the upside. I think our stop loss is at a good area. We have a 35 point stop loss, which is very moderate. Take profits, 100 points, 107 points. So we'll see if we get stopped out here. So because it honestly shouldn't have pulled back that much. So, or maybe we missed the move on the pullback. So we did see a small pullback, and that's what we went off of. But it can easily reject right here and continue to push even heavier to the upside. That's why we place our stop loss where we place it. We place our take profit where we place it, and we just let the trade play out. So we're basically seeing if price is going to respect this London high right here. So to continue to push up. There we go. We got a nice projection. So we had a nice pullback here, which I think we're going to continue to push to the upside. So we just got to break this candle right here. Got to surpass that. So we create another bullish candle. So we might get stopped out here, guys. We have a 35-point stop loss. But we'll see if it hits it. So we need a nice push up. Yeah, we're gonna get stopped out. Yeah, it's wanting to push further down, I guess. I don't know. Let's see if our stop loss holds out. The price might come to this area that I originally said, but we'll see. Yeah, 35. Hopefully, we don't break it. It's a strong bearish candle. So yeah, with 4 points, 3 points away. It'll be crazy if it pulls up from here. Yeah. All right, we got stopped out, guys. All right. So we took a loss of 600. Yeah, just wanted to pull back further down, I guess. So took a loss of 600 for the day. That's gonna be our only trade because I have a 750 daily loss limit. So, but sometimes that happens. It looked good in the beginning, came all the way up here, and then we fully rejected. Which when I saw that rejection, I could have just gotten out and just waited for a different pullback. So, which knowing my luck, it's literally going to tap into my stop loss like it did and literally rally up. So, because it's done that so many times before. So, but I didn't want to have too big of a stop loss because this was already a 35-point stop loss. But it is what it is. So, but I'm gonna call the stream here. So you guys saw me trade live, and we waited for about 2 hours for this entry, but it is what it is. We took an L for the day to start the week, but it's okay. We're gonna take losses, and like I said, we just take our entries where we take them, and we kind of just let the trade play out. So that's what it is. So appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and check me out for the next live. Peace out.